everybody who joined us today. We're super excited to have you at our last, at least for this month, Press Pause. It is a great time to take 30 minutes and kind of disconnect from all the crazy. So I'm going to ask everybody to just keep your microphones on mute, and I'll turn mine off in just a second. I want to introduce Andrew. And Andrew's family is helping him today with the computer and getting everything, which we appreciate very much, family time. Andrew is the owner of A&S Culinary in Johns Creek and a great member of the chamber. And he didn't think I was crazy when I called him and asked him to do this, which is my favorite thing about Andrew. So, well, it's my second favorite thing because then he sent me the menu of what he was going to make, and that made it my favorite thing. So, Andrew, I'm super excited to hear from you. This is everybody at the chamber, and we are eager to get our cooking on with you.
Well, thank you. Welcome to A&S Culinary Concepts. And obviously, we're not cooking from home, but we are in our kitchen, and we're going to do a couple of hors d'oeuvres today. Some real quick ones that you can do at home. You can buy things here and there. You know, obviously, we are a from scratch kitchen, so we make everything from scratch. But you can cheat here and there, and I'll go over those little points as we're going almost. So the first thing we're going to do today is make a barbecue stuffed biscuit, and we're going to do it with our barbecue pork loin, barbecue pork shoulders, or pulled pork. Of course, if you have taken our Big Green Egg boot camp, you know how to make this. Our house-made barbecue sauce, same thing. If you would have taken our boot camp, you would have had a recipe on how to make our barbecue sauce. And we're going to use some white cheddar cheese today. And then we have our house-made biscuits, but this is like one of the ways that if you want to go and purchase frozen biscuits from the supermarket, that's fine. You can use those. Same thing, I'm going to unfortunately say, if you want to buy pulled pork at the supermarket, I guess you can. So that's up to you. So what we're going to do, first you get a clean surface. You put a little bit of flour out. You're using an all-purpose flour. And you're going to put out a little bit of flour. You're going to let your biscuits soften up a little bit. So they're more pliable and easy to work with. A nice little rolling pin is very simple. And this is a very, very simple order. So we have a little bit of flour on the table, and we're taking our biscuits. We're actually just going to cut them in half. And then we're going to put them into little circles as we're going here. You don't want to work the dough a lot. So you want to be careful. You don't want to work, like I said, you don't want to work the dough a whole bunch. But you want to make it circles because you'll see as we roll them out, it makes life a little bit easier. A little bit more flour, and again, not a whole bunch, but also a little bit of flour on your rolling pin. And if I keep on turning my head a little bit, we're doing curbside pickup as far as our food goes. So people are calling and picking up our food. And see how I'm just rolling out the dough? I put my hand in the middle and I just roll around. Look, it does not need to be 100% perfect. You just want to spread it out. You don't want to get it too thin. But that's why we wanted to make the circle. Okay. And we have our dough rolled out. Take a little bit of our pork. Break up our pork a little bit. And the great thing about the pulled pork, you can make the pulled pork, have dinner one night, take whatever you got left over, and go ahead and freeze it. And pull it out of the freezer to make some hors d'oeuvres. little bit left, make some hors d'oeuvres. Good stuff. All right. Now we're gonna take some of our house-made barbecue sauce. A little bit of sauce on there. Like I said, how simple is this? Maybe I shouldn't say it's so simple. I won't get any more jobs. And a little bit of, we're using a little bit of sharp white cheddar. You can use regular cheddar. You can use a jack if you want, a jalapeno jack. I mean, you can use anything you want. Right? And we're going to go ahead now, hold it up. And again, does not need to be pretty because you're going to make it pretty. Push it down on the side over here. And we're going to see how nice that came out. Nice little pocket. Just fold them up nice. Turn them over. So they'll print. You don't need egg wash. You don't need water. You're using biscuit dough. Okay, you're making it with biscuit dough. So you don't need to. See how it forms on the bottom there? You don't need to do that. Okay? Just push it down. We got some beautiful looking pockets. Basically, this is what we do at A&S Culinary Concepts. We do cooking classes. You put together 12 or more. We do private cooking classes. One of the things that we do. We put together 12 or more people, and we do any type of class that you want to do. It's totally hands-on. We don't do just where I'm showing you everything. You're actually making them. We also do a lot of corporate team. That's our big piece. Of course, we're not in front. And I mean, we could have made enough for everybody if you all would have been here. All right. So we have our, and we're going to put them in a 350 oven. And we're going to put them on for, we're going to start with about 12 minutes and we're going to turn them around. Now, for those of you that remember the good old days, Julia Child, and their cooking classes on PBS, or where she put something in the oven, and then there was something ready, you know, the magic oven was ready. We have our magic oven. And these are your biscuits. And we're gonna, you know, show you the other ones also. But these are our biscuits. And there you go. Ooh la la. If you wanted to, and you wanted to present, you could take like that. You could take like that. Make a little sauce in the middle. Make it look pretty. You know, do something of that nature. All right. Even let my son, who was running the camera, try one. Sure he won't mind. So, I'll wait. What? I'll wait. Okay. So, those are our biscuits. All right, very nice, very simple. Good stuff. And I think that, like I said, not very difficult. Next, we're going to do a avocado, shrimp, and feta fritter. And the funniest thing that I get from people, or say the funniest thing, one thing I get from people all the time, is, are all the recipes yours? Or where did you get the recipe? Or something of that nature. And you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, every chef, and I don't care who the chef is, every chef did not make up every single one of his recipes. They take recipes from other people. They take ideas. I'm always looking through magazines or online or wherever, different cooking shows, getting ideas and then putting my own spin on it sometimes. This came out of, we do corporate team building, but we also do private classes, birthday parties, events. And we had a 16-year-old birthday party, a sweet 16 birthday party, where they did an Iron Chef. And there were, I believe, like 20 kids here. And they were broken up in 5 different teams. And we did an Iron Chef. And one of the items was, the mystery ingredients was avocado. And the team came up, they found this recipe, and they took the avocado, they cut it in half, they stuffed it with shrimp and the shrimp was one of their other ingredients, and mozzarella. And basically they took that and then I think they breaded it. I think they might have breaded it and they tried to fry it off. We helped them out. It came out okay. So I took that idea and made it our own. I'm going to show you what we did. So we're going to take some avocados. And when we take an avocado, we want to make sure that they are soft. Okay, you don't want them hard. You want to be able, especially with this, like if you're making guacamole or something of that nature, you want them to be where they can mush up very easily. All right. So make sure, first of all, that you wash your vegetables, especially nowadays. But make sure you wash your vegetables. So we have a antimicrobial solution, and we wash all our vegetables as we go. You should have something like big, comes to the supermarket, something of that nature, that you wash your vegetables. Always wash the outside of the skins. Don't think that, oh, I'm going to be going inside, so it's not a problem because you are actually touching your knife to the outside of the skin. So you want to make sure you wash it. So we're going to put our avocado, twist it, and then we teach a lot. And one thing I will teach that I teach people all the time is do not go like this, where you see the knife going in and taking the pit out. Too many times I've seen people go like this, it doesn't stick, and go like that into their hand. But we don't want to see that. So from that standpoint, just take it again, cut it, insert. Then take your pit out. And then you can peel your avocado.
The only questions so far was how long do you put the.
Right now, there was a question on how long cooking the biscuit right now. We're at 350. We're at 12 minutes. It's probably going to be more like 20 minutes once it's all said and done. Turning our avocado again. Remember, no hatcheting it. And there are lots of different ways of cooking out avocados, so it's not the only way of doing it. Looking at safe. All right. So we have our avocado. Then we're going to add a little bit of lime juice, and we're going to want the lime zest too. So again, we wash the limes, and what we're going to do is take a little bit of zest first. This is a zester. And when you're zesting citrus, make sure you don't go into the white. You just want to take the outside. The rind has all the flavor and all the oils, but you don't want to get into the white part because that is bitter and also doesn't make you feel good later on. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of zest. We're going to come back later for more zest. And we're going to juice our lime. When you juice fruit, roll it a little bit. Makes it easier to turn. Just squeeze out. And we're going to put a little bit of lime in here, just we also don't want our avocados turning color. And then the best tool in the kitchen, no matter what kitchen you're in, the best tool in the kitchen. Oh, that's right, your hand. So push that around. Feels so good when you push an avocado around. All right. Push that nice. All right. And now, it's good that, when you have a culinary studio, you can keep on changing your gloves. And we are now going to add the rest of our ingredients. So we're going to throw a little bit of breadcrumb in. We're going to throw a little bit of shrimp in. And what we did was, these are 7190 rock shrimp, and I sauteed them off in a hot pan. First I marinated them. We make our own house rubs, so I did a little bit of what we call a cinnamon rub, a little lime juice, let that marinate for a little bit, and then sauteed it in a very hot pan just to cook it off. So we put a little bit of shrimp in, and we're going to put a little bit of feta cheese in. And now we're going to mix all that together. And, cooking is very personal. I used to say that all the time to people. So, if you don't like shrimp, you're allergic to shrimp, don't use shrimp. You don't like feta, use another cheese. It's totally up to you what you want to add into it. What you want to do is make it taste good, and you will enjoy it. So whatever you want to do to enjoy it, that's what I say to add into it. A little salt, and a little pepper, and I think we're going to add a little bit more lime juice. Use my hand there to try to catch any seeds that may be there. All right. Here's our mix. Okay? What we're going to do is anytime that you are sauteing, you want to make sure that your pan is hot. So you get your pan hot first before you do anything. You're sauteing chicken, you're sauteing fish, you're sauteing egg. You get your pan hot first. You're sauteing vegetables. Don't just put your vegetables into a cold pan, put them on the fire, and put your oil in. It doesn't work that way. You boil and stuff. Get the pan nice and hot. Once you get the pan hot, then you can add your oil. We utilize it, Harry, see? You want your oil to dance, to shimmy a little bit. And so what we're doing is the pan's getting hot, and we want it to almost smoke, even smoke a little bit. And we want it to smoke almost your top. Our biscuits are ready to turn. Or our biscuits are about ready.
So good.
All right, they're There's our biscuits. Here's our shrimp. So our pan is nice and hot. Our oil is nice and hot. We're going to take a little scoop. Make a little patty. Put it in some breadcrumbs. You don't need to use egg wash. You don't need to use buttermilk. You don't need to use anything of that nature because the avocado is moist enough. And we're going in. If you wanted to, you can make these up ahead of time, throw them in the freezer, and boom, throw them into the pan. Nice golden brown color. Let that one cook over there for a second.
I can vouch that everything smells really good.
All right, we got a nice colors going on. Both sides. And then what you can do, especially if you do them, if you do them ahead of time and you make them up and you do a frozen, just throw them in the oven for a minute. That won't hurt. Let's do that. We're gonna throw them in the oven. Again, 350 oven, for a minute or two. This way we can do it while making a little bit of sauce. How about that? All right, so we're gonna make a siracha aioli. Basically, an aioli is basically like a mayonnaise. Egg yolk, oil. But we make our own mayonnaise. You can just use, get some almonds or something like that if you want to make your own. But basically, what we're gonna do, take that a little bit more fine zest. Again, it's up to you. A little bit of sriracha. Boom, a little bit of flavor. Okay, salt, pepper. All right. Take some. Put on the plate. Okay. There's your appetizer. We're good for the cocktail party.
Someone asked, do you have cooking classes for groups like team building for work colleagues? Do you have cooking classes for groups like team building for work colleagues?
Yes, we do that as one of our main businesses. We do team building for businesses and offices, for corporations. We do Microsoft. CNN is one of our big clients. We do them like once a year, but we do a whole bunch of different folks. But yes, corporate team building is our that and corporate catering are our two big things. You know, obviously before Corona, we were booked pretty much for March and April. If you go on to Google and look at our Google reviews, we have over about 85 Google reviews. We actually also have about 85 five-star Google reviews. So corporate team building is what we love to do. We do Iron Chef. We do or what we call Battle of the Chefs. We do a cupcake wars. We do a salsa competition. But we also do a thing called Cooking with the Chef, where we'll separate you out with all our different chefs. If you come in with a group like 25, 5 work with one chef, 5 work with one chef, so on. And we'll split up where you get appetizers. 5 of you make appetizers, we pass out to the other folks. 5 of you will work with us on our big green eggs. We have 5 big green eggs outside of our patio with a culinary partner. And we'll do steaks and other types of stuff. And one will work with another entree and side dishes, another chef, and one will work with our pastry chef. And then we put a whole buffet together and you guys sit down and eat dinner. Everything we make, plus all the recipes get sent to you. We'll send out all the recipes. But yes, that's what we love to do. Team building is our why we started this actually. Corporate team building is why we started. We're actually this coming week will be 5 years that A&S Culinary Concept has been in business. For 5 years. But thank you all very much. And if you have any questions, I guess let Debbie know. And also, you can go onto our website. What is that?
It's here. I'm on.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hi, Andrew. It's Callie again. First of all, I'm starving, but I think I can do those. I'm very excited. Thank you for sharing with us. I had a question about the kind of oil that you use because you said high heat. Do you use a peanut oil because of the high heat?
No, we don't use peanut oil. There's way too many people that have allergies, so we don't use peanut oil at all. We don't fry in peanut oil. We don't do anything with peanut oil. We actually make our own mix. We make a canola extra virgin olive oil mix. Our own. We buy them in the supermarket. Usually they're like a 75-25 blend. Yep. Ours is less because olive oil has a very low smoking point, and so we use the extra virgin. We use a very nice extra virgin from Italy. We use that mostly for finishing, the sauces. So, yeah,
well,
but you can use. I mean, we have grapeseed oil. We get grapeseed oil, avocado oil. We have everything we need to table. But we use all different types of oils.
Well, I am so excited to try these on my own, and my team is the one who keeps texting about how wonderful it would be to come. So I think you've got your first group after COVID ends, and we are very excited to share this with
Fantastic. Thank you.
And you've made us all hungry. So virtual hand clap and thank you.
Well, if you before COVID, if you're real hungry, we are doing curbside dinners every night. Go to our website. The menu changes every week. And we are actually going to we go Monday to Friday, because they do need a day off. But we are next Saturday, we're doing Mother's Day. Mother's Day, either a brunch or a dinner, and we will have our menus up by this weekend for that.
That's awesome. We'll make sure and share that on social media too. You were so kind to do this for us. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks to everybody for joining us.
Take care.
Bye. Thanks, Andrew.